John.
John, good afternoon to you. Just flew in from New Hampshire with Marco Rubio. We were running late, so we stayed here to talk to you while he went off to an event in Spartanburg. You know, the electorate here in South Carolina, far different than it is in New Hampshire. Much more conservative, far more evangelical. In fact, 66% of voters here on the Republican side identify as either evangelical or born again, which for Ted Cruz could be a big boon to his fortunes. Remember, Ted Cruz in Iowa did very well among evangelicals, and he has been steadily courting them here in South Carolina. However, he doesn't have a lock on the evangelicals, and Marco Rubio could also make some inroads with them. There are a lot of evangelicals here who are taking a long look at Marco Rubio. The problem for Rubio is he has to do something to restore voters' faith in him after that big stumble at the debate last weekend. On board his plane, I asked Rubio what the path forward for him in South Carolina is. Here's what he told me.
We want to do very well. I'm not sure yet. I mean, I'm not prepared to give you, we want to finish here instead of there. We got to wait and see how it plays out over the next few days, how much certain people campaign in the state, how much time they put in. We'll see more in the next few days. I feel very good about it. I mean, I really do. I'm not spinning.
There's also a huge military presence here in South Carolina, which could play in Donald Trump's favor. Trump, of course, has made taking care of veterans a centerpiece of his campaign. For Jeb Bush, it could also be a boon as well, because the Bush family has a long history of respect with the military. So we'll see how Jeb Bush does among military voters. The big question, what's the path forward for John Kasich here in South Carolina? Came in second in New Hampshire, but he doesn't have much of an operation here. He's polling in the low single digits, but it's clear that he was pretty happy about what happened last night. Let's listen.
I don't want to be saying like I told you so. I don't want to be like bragging or anything. I don't think that's appropriate. But the volunteers, I always felt the ground game would work. Now, we've got to raise more money. We're going to try to keep doing this town hall format as best we can. I think it works for us. And we'll see.
The strategy for Kasich may be to keep his head above water through the South until the campaign moves back into those big industrial Midwest states like Michigan, Illinois, and Ohio, where he can really shine. And Marco Rubio, John, at the point now where he can joke about that debate moment on Saturday on board the plane. I asked him to compare it to Rick Perry's famous debate moment back in 2011. He said the problem for Rick Perry was he forgot what he was going to say. My problem was I remembered it too well. John?
Said it a number of times. John Roberts. John, thank you.